What's up, geeks? My name is ErikGerm, and do you have a favorite book or movie or TV series from your childhood that you were surprised to learn just kept going? I don't mean like Muppet Babies or like Care Bears, things that have had remakes in the 2020s. No, I'm talking about something like The Land Before Time, a film that I was surprised to learn recently has 13 sequels! 13! Or like Ace Ventura, I thought that we stopped at When Nature Calls and was very shocked to learn that there are 3 animated seasons worth of Ace Ventura content out there, as well as a 2009 movie about Ace Ventura's son called Ace Ventura Jr. And if you can believe this, he's got the same hair, the same pants, the same fashion sense as his dad. How about that? Look at that little scamp. But I want to bring up something a little different in Willy Wonka. We all know the story of the eccentric man-child genius inventor who lures children into his factory to pick them off one by one until finally giving poor Charlie, a kid with no business acumen, and whose only association with chocolate is like a bar a year. But anyway, we had a 1964 book about it, the famous 1971 film starring Gene Wilder. There was Tim Burton's 2006 remake with Johnny Depp, and then the 2024 musical prequel with Timothée Chalamet. That was actually delightful. There was also talk at one point, I think, of Taika Waititi doing some animated versions of it. The point is, it doesn't really fit because we all know Willy Wonka kept going. They make a big deal out of it every time a new one comes out. But my thought process is we don't need to keep recreating Willy Wonka. Roald Dahl, the author of the original book, already gave us a great sequel that has never been put to film. It's called Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator, and boy, do they get into some shenanigans in that book. So if you don't remember, at the end of the first book and the movie and the other movie, they get in the Great Glass Elevator, and then they fly up in the air, and then they fly off into the sunset. Well, first they go up too high, and they end up in space at the International Space Station. They get attacked by aliens, get in a fight with the President of the United States before plummeting back down to Earth and into the factory. And you might think, oh great, all's well that ends well, book's over. No. They go back to the factory, and Wonka's got these pills that can make you younger, but his grandparents take too many of them, and one of them becomes a ghost and enters the ghost realm. I swear to God, this is a plot point in the 1972 children's book, Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator. But anyway, Charlie has to pierce the corporeal veil and spray his grandmother with something that will send her back to the human world. Wild. And listen, I love Timothée Chalamet. Wonka was great. Would much rather see Timothée Chalamet fighting space aliens and catching ghosts. Hey, thanks for watching. My name is ErikGerm. You can find everything I'm doing at linktree/ErikStravaganza. I'm a writer for Crack.com and Ranker's Weird History and Weird History Food. And if you're all that interested in anything else I'm doing, you can find me over at HugeFrigginArms.com. If you want to see more of me and other geeks who have the same interests as you, head on over to Geekscape.net and follow them on everything that you can. Until next time.